What do I say? Hey, Frenzy fans, welcome to
Hey, Mario Karters Frenzy fans.
I don't know why I just had a brain fart. I'm so sorry. Hi, Mario Karters and Frenzy fans.
Welcome to another
We
episode.
gotta redo it.
No, it was it was so authentic. Welcome to another episode.
Hi, Mario Karters and Frenzy fans. Welcome to our
channel.
Our channel. We're in our movie theater room, but welcome to our channel.
We're in halftime of the NBA playoffs, and so we wanted to make a quick episode where we talk about the races in ranked and the points potential we can get and the ticket transactions that can help us get there.
And all the fun things in life.
Okay. So, taking a look at last week's ranked, yesterday, it was not a hard week because the week before I had one ranked by like 47 points.
Yep.
And so I didn't even have to play the Choco Mountain very hard. I had to play it a lot because I needed to get like just the right amount of points.
I was going to say it was hard because you were aiming for 10,000 points when you could easily get like 25,000.
Yeah, I was either getting like 2,000 below where I needed or like 2,000 above where I needed. But I ended up winning by 104 points.
Blows my mind that you can actually do that.
And so this week, so now I'm in tier 63, and this week we're gonna have to see what my current loadout is and how it's going to affect, or what type of points I'll be able to get, and then what my current competition's like. Granted, it's just the first day, but it's not like it's the first day of the entire tour. People have been able to race the 3 races in this week's ranked for an entire week. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the Mario Kart Tour race score predictor. So if you're tuning into the channel and wanting to kind of get a rundown on the anticipated actions and bonus points per action for each of the races,
This is the magical way to do it.
we'll go ahead and go over that. And these actions and bonus points per action are actually based on previous runs that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these are, I've been grinding on it for a lot, and it's like the 3 coin frenzy, or like a coin box and coin and banana frenzy or something. So these actions, they can be more on the high side.
They're hard to get unless you're like I can't come near his predictions because I'm not nearly as good of a driver as he is. So I usually subtract like 20% for mine. Or 10% rather.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I try and get, some good, fairly good round numbers, I would say, for the videos at least. So, for example, this Rainbow Road, or RMX Rainbow Road 2T, if you've been following our channel, a couple of tours ago, I was super excited because I got 222 actions in this race, where I had, I think, 2 coin box frenzies and a coin frenzy, and got, at the time, my highest score ever of 52,010 points.
Yeah.
And
You worked hard for that one.
well, yeah, I had played it quite a bit. Not nearly as much as I've played some other races, but
Okay.
my loadout's really good, and it's just a fun course. And it turns out that, when it was in ranked a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at some other YouTubers, some of the whales that are out there. And as far as I could tell, there was only one other player that had 170 more points than I had on this race. It was Kronos.
Yep.
And he had 52,180 points.
Blows my mind.
So, I'm going to take the same bonus points per action value of 66, but just for the calculator, I'm going to say 200.
Okay.
To be on the conservative side, you might want to put in like 180. If you think you can get the 200, go ahead and stick with the 200. But if I can get the 200, then I anticipate getting over 50,000 points, which is doable because I've gotten 52,000 on this before.
The person in my rank right now, their height, like, the first place has 85,000. That's like more than halfway there just in one rank.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
All right, so then we're going to take a look at the next one here. We got Mario Circuit 2RT. And if you're going to be using a coin box driver here, I think it's probably safe to say you can get at least 125, maybe 130 actions at 66 bonus points per action.
And if you're not, we decided what? Maybe like 100 or 105?
Yeah, 100, 105. If you play it until you get the full, like, 3 frenzies and maybe 110, but, yeah. And so here I'm going to be using Gold Koopa free running at level 6. He's just single uncapped. And then I got 2 supers for the carts and the glider. And we'll actually we'll use the, we're going to use the tool and kind of go back and forth with the app and take a look at some different scenarios with the carts. Because I think there are some common situations that people might be running into with this Mario Circuit 2 RT, since it's one of the tracks that's kind of been around since the beginning of the game. So I think people are going to have options as far as which cart to be able to use. So anyway, 26,000 I anticipate getting here. And then on the last one, Royal Raceway T, 180 actions, again at that 66 bonus points per action. And you probably have Pink Gold Peach, I think is in this one. That would be, I've got her at level 7 and double uncapped. And then I've got the Koopa King at level 7, double uncapped. And then I think the Strawberry Donut at level 6 and double uncapped. So I can get 42,000 here.
Goodness. You're having no problem.
So here's the thing. Look at this.
That's a solid.
I could get about 120,000 points just with these 3 races.
Okay.
And if we go over to take a look.
Ooh.
So right now I've only played 1 course essentially.
Yeah.
So last week I had Coins Aplenty was this cup. And so I tried to get, you can take a look here. Okay, so I used kind of middle shelf stuff for my cart and glider, but used coin box players
to get the coins.
But I mean, look, Royal Raceway T, I was using a level 1 and 572 bonus or base points for the driver. So, you know, the second and third race, I really haven't played very much, but I've played Rainbow Road 2T. I got 48,000 on it today.
You still have some potential, but you're doing good.
So right now I'm in second with 85, and I haven't even really played the second and third. So let's go ahead and take a look at the race. Okay, so truth be told, I was recording all of my runs on RMX Rainbow Road 2T. Okay. And just wasn't getting like very good scores at all. And I'd record, and then finish, and then delete. And record, finish, delete. Record, finish, delete. And I was like, ugh. Okay, maybe the app knows that I'm recording. I'm just not going to record this next one, and we'll just see what happens. Like, maybe I'll finally get a good run. Turns out, the very first item box, I got a coin frenzy.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was like, okay, after the coin frenzy was done, then I started recording. And so that's why this is going to kind of cut in. It's going to, like, the first quarter, but I just finished getting a coin box, or a coin frenzy. And then that was just a normal coin box. So, oh, shoot. Okay. Here we go. So now I had just finished the coin frenzy.
Okay.
We're going on those mushrooms in second place here.
I still need to learn these lines.
And usually I can get 2 of those coins. I don't go wide on those just because I find that it's just too close, especially on the second lap. I've had bots too many times beat me for first place. They get in the first place and I get second. So here we're getting the coin box frenzy, and this is probably one of the better places to get it. So I don't usually do this, but if you take a look, I had 70 at the end and at the beginning here, so right before, I've got 30 coins.
Oh wow.
So this coin box frenzy, I went from 30 coins. Granted, I picked up probably the 3 there and then maybe 2 here, so it was like maybe 5 that I got on the course. But I got 40 coins during that frenzy, which was really, really helpful.
Sometimes you just get beat. and only pick up like 2 or 3 of the coins. I hate those times.
Then I use the item box. Got the Banana Frenzy. And so this is non-stop combo here. 184, 185. Kind of trying to stall getting in, but I don't want to get a second either. Mm-hmm. So then there's 48,700.
That's a good run.
So it was my coin break for the day. So I had 82 coins.
That's amazing.
And, so it was a good run. So I got 130 coins for coin break, 189 actions. I anticipated getting 200. I've gotten 222 before. So anyway, it was a fun run. Just thought I'd share it with you guys. So yeah, anyway, coming back to this guy. He's got 104 points, and if you take a look, he's in tier 57, so I'm 6 tiers ahead of him. He's got a high score of about 45,000.
Yeah.
Which is respectable, but it's not really like super crazy competition, right?
Yeah, no, you'll be good.
54 is in third place.
How'd you manage that?
So this is the thing that I'm saying.
If you get really close.
Is if you can be in control of how many points you can get first by, if you can get it within like less than 100 or 200.
This is our theory that data supports, but it's not like...
Well, data doesn't really support it. I mean, you can more often than not, if I'm in control and I can win first by a slight margin, like definitely under 1,000, but like if I can get it within like less than 500 or so, I find that my competition, the very next one, doesn't seem to be as rigorous as the times where, I'm going for all cup, top 100. Totally. And so I get, 30,000 more than the next person. Then pretty much the next week I'm tearing down at getting 6th place. So anyway, just kind of my experience, my food for thought. But speaking of all cup ranking, let's take a look at how my all cup ranking calculator is working out so far.
Okay.
So over here, we've got all the driver, kart, and glider, the levels and base points for each one that I anticipate using. And then here we can see, these are just the races that I've recorded. Pretty much if it's recorded, I'm done with the race. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Yeah. Because I've got, my 2 coin frenzies or my 3 coin frenzies, and it was, either a non-stop combo or I didn't drop combo very much at all. So I'll record it. So here it's saying, down at the bottom, got 430,000. But in the game, I've got like closer to 700,000. But that was just because I was trying to get stars and challenge the 600,000 point challenge stuff. So anyway, just kind of like a mid-tour update. Right now I'm averaging about 139 actions and 62.47 bonus points per action. Okay. And based on the kind of the higher end of Alex's prediction for needing for points to get top 100, he says 1,065,000.
So you need to raise your...
The tool... So here's the thing. The tool says I need 141 actions, but based on the 139 actions and my bonus points per action, and then all of my levels and base points, the calculator is saying that I'm actually going to get 1,073,000. Cool. Which is greater than the 1,065,000. Yeah. The thing is the algorithm that Nintendo uses to calculate your score for every race has some rounding that goes on, right? And when I use that same algorithm, but I use it for rounding levels that are average, so you can't have like a decimal level average or base points in the game, like when you're actually running the race. And so when you're taking a look at all of your items in levels and base points, it gets skewed a little bit. Okay. And so the equation that I've used in here if I were to use just the exact equation from Nintendo, it ends up being like way off.
Gotcha.
Especially if you have like a wide variety of levels.
Yeah.
So like here, I've got like a level 1 driver, I've got a level 1 cart, so on and so forth. And so the span of essentially the standard deviation is larger than if I were to have like all level 6s.
Totally.
Then I think that Nintendo's original equation would probably be a little bit more accurate. So I've just based on experience and the past couple tours that I've used this calculator in, I've found that this particular equation is going to get close.
So as long as your projected tour score is above the target points, you should be pretty dang close to getting it. So
if it's too close for comfort. Oh, and the other thing is as you play more races, as you fill more of these races out, and you're completing the races like to your satisfaction,
your average will become more accurate.
Yeah, the projected score is gonna, I anticipate being within about 1% or 2% of what your actual score is.
Cool.
If you think that if it's gonna be too close for comfort, so like right now it's 141 actions versus 139, that's kind of close. You can take a look and see, maybe you've got some level tickets that you can use to try and get your average level for some of your drivers up, or your base points.
Gotcha.
So one thing you can do is you can go and see, how many times you're using like Pink Gold Peach, or, maybe Tuxedo Mario or something like that. And if you level up that one character, but you're using them over 6 different races, then that's really going to influence your average level and base points for the entire tour.
Yeah.
So
cool.
So anyway, hopefully people are finding that the All Cup ranking calculator is useful.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments if it's working out for you. If you have any questions, let us know.
And if you don't have them yet and are new to the channel, you can get both of them in the description below.
Yep, there's links, and you'll just need to make a copy of it to your device locally so that you can edit it and put all the numbers in to the calculator and make it work for you.
Cool.
So, one thing I wanted to do, coming back real quick though, to this guy, is let's go ahead and take a look, because we were just actually looking at your loadout.
Yep.
And we actually had a kind of a good conversation about the cart that you were going to be using.
Yeah, I have a kind of a unique, well, maybe it's not too unique, but
yeah, see, I don't think it's too unique, because if you take a look, you come over here, so a lot of people just got the Red Bee Dasher in like another level up from Gold Pass. So mine was sitting at 3.5 and now it's at 4.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people are going to have the Cloud 9, which I have at level 6 and single uncapped. But then you already have the Green Kitty Cart at level 6, which at level 6, this is the only course locked for this cart.
And he's only 10 away from level 7, which is kind of cool.
Right. So you were asking me, you're like, well, is a common at level 7 at, single uncapped going to give me more points than, my high end at level 4 or a super at level 6?
Yeah. So
just for the sake of the channel, if you're new to the channel, this is the exact reason why I made the calculator. So we'll just go ahead and go through just the different scenarios and show you how the calculator can help you compare which cart will actually give you more points. So we'll go ahead and go over here and make this high end. I've got it at level 4 and single uncapped. So right now, based on the actions of 125 actions and 66 bonus points per action, we see that we've got 25,675.
Okay.
All right, so now let's go ahead and compare that to if we were to have a super
at level 5.
At Okay, yeah, level 5, and then maybe single uncapped. Alright, so that would be 124 points less, but I do have him currently at level 6, which would be 376 more points. So as is, I'd probably get a few more points with the super. Now granted, with the carts, based on the level and the, whether it's high-end, super, or common, it's going to influence the amount of bonus points that you get, the multiplier. In the end, it's only going to be a difference of about 1 point per action. So here, if you've got 100 or 125 actions, by the end of the race, it'll probably only be about 100 or 200 points difference.
Gotcha.
So really, it's going to be kind of a wash, I would say, between the super at level 6 and single uncapped and the high end at level 4 and single uncapped.
Okay.
But let's take a look at the normal. If we were to put it to, well, let's just say level 6 at first. And single uncapped. All right. So 84 points different from the high end at level 4 and single uncapped. But if we were to take him, this common, to level 7 and double uncap him, because we have lots of, common level up tickets and point uncap tickets, then that actually gives you 737 more points.
That's cool. Because it's actually not that common for common to be in the top shelf. And so if you are sitting on all those tickets that you've just been collecting and waiting for a rank to level up stuff,
right,
now would be a great week to do it.
Yep.
Or you can be like me and just go for the high end because you have so many tickets anyways.
Yeah. So you were sitting. You had the Red Bee Dasher at level 4.5.
Yeah.
And so by only putting 1 ticket on it,
and I had 11 tickets.
And you had 11 of those tickets. You got it up to level 5, and the level 5 was gonna give you a better end score. So anyway, the idea is, go ahead and use the calculator. Play around with the level or the type, if it's a high-end, super, or normal, and then what level that you have or could put that item at, and what you're willing to put the base points at, and then just put in a previously calculated score, and just remember what item that was at that level, and the new calculated score will tell you how many more points you can anticipate getting. So
awesome.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and good luck with your ranked. And if you're going for all cup ranking, good luck with all of your grinding, and may the frenzies be forever in your favor.